joined us to testify or tuned in to listen to this session. I very much look forward to hearing your perspectives on how to best address the issues that are deeply affecting our city. Given the financial outlook for the coming year, which Director Grew will overview in just a couple of moments, and the expiration of one-time federal rescue plan dollars, Council has to consider and reallocate funding for existing programs and projects in order to balance the budget. So there's quite a challenge ahead of us. As we deliberate on how to allocate funds this budget cycle, the Council must support the system changes needed to successfully implement the charter changes approved by the voters last November. That's a top priority, and it has to be done so that we can open business on January 1st, 2025 under a new form of government. That means there's a lot of investments that we have to make between now and then. We also have to continue addressing Portland's chronic rates of homelessness and improving community safety within our community. Those are obviously top priorities for the community as well as the City Council at large. The work I've highlighted requires significant time as well as investment. Over the course of the last several budget cycles, we've laid a solid foundation to facilitate the incredible amount of change that's currently taking place at City Hall, as well as all across our city. I've aligned the bureaus into service areas to improve service delivery. We're standing up community advisory bodies to guard charter implementation. We've contracted change management and engagement firms to facilitate our transition process. The $27 million that the Council allocated during the fall budget process has kick-started the development of temporary alternative shelter sites across the city. I know people have been reading and hearing a lot about that. This model will better connect homeless individuals with services, including behavioral health, housing, and medical. My office continues to work with Multnomah County to identify the specific critical social services for the sites, and we're continuing to call upon our state and federal partners for additional funding and support. I'm also working closely with the Portland Police Bureau to support their strong recruitment efforts for sworn officer positions. Just last week, we welcomed a new class of 15 recruits, and frankly, we've had a really good recruiting year. You'll recall that I put forward a stretch goal of 300 new personnel over a 3-year period. That was about a year ago. We are on track to meet that goal, if not surpass it. Our Community Safety Division, in partnership with other public safety partners and nonprofits, is leading work to reduce gun violence. I'm hopeful that our recent stabilization of gun violence incidents continues and that we actually start to see a decrease. And you'll hear more on that subject as well. Finally, I recognize the impact these critical issues have on neighborhoods, and I continue to advocate for funding towards trash and graffiti removal, as well as business district lighting projects. The fiscal year 23-24 budget will continue to build on this foundation, and I'll press for these important initiatives and investments. Importantly, although as mayor, I get to put forward the first cut of the budget through the proposed budget, nothing happens at the City of Portland without the hard work of the entire Portland City Council. So as one of the unique things about this budget process, we're all here, we're all listening. We want to hear people's ideas, thoughts, and perspectives. And we all look forward to hearing from you today. So thank you for being here.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mayor Wheeler, for those opening remarks. Welcome to our second community listening session on the City of Portland's fiscal year 2023-2024 budget. My name is Jen Gray O'Connor, and I'll be your facilitator for this evening. Tonight, we will hear from community members who will provide testimony to Council on the issues that they would like to see addressed in this city's upcoming budget. Let me start just by giving you a brief overview of our agenda tonight. I'll start by reading our rules of conduct for the evening, and then we'll hear some opening remarks from our City Council members. Then we'll move to hear a Budget 101 session from our Budget Director, Timothy Grew, followed by invited community testimony, and then community testimony on any topic. So we'll close then with remarks from our Mayor Wheeler as well as City Council members. This isn't the only opportunity for your voice to be heard in the budget process. We're going to have some additional upcoming hearings. The next one will be on Saturday, April 15th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. That'll be our session number 3. Then on Thursday, May 11th, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., we'll have the mayor's proposed budget hearing. Then on Wednesday, May 17th, from 2 to 5 p.m., will be the approved budget hearing. But at any time, if you want to provide testimony, you can do that online at portlandoregon.gov/CBO, or you can email your testimony to budgetcomment@portlandoregon.gov. Before we start, I'm going to read just 2 quick statements. The first is our electronic meeting statement. Under the Portland City Code and state law, the City Council is holding this meeting electronically. All members of council are attending remotely by video and teleconference, and the city has made several avenues available for the public to listen to the audio broadcast of this meeting. The meeting is available to the public on the city's YouTube channel, eGovPDX, also at portlandoregon.gov/video, as well as on channel 30. The public can provide written testimony to council on the budget at the budget office website, which is portlandoregon.gov/CBO, as well as by email at budgetcomment@portlandoregon.gov. The second statement that I'm going to read is our rules of conduct for this evening. So the City Council represents all Portlanders and meets to do the city's business. The presiding officer preserves the order and the decorum during City Council meetings so that everyone here can feel welcome, comfortable, respected, and safe. To participate in this meeting, participants apply to give online testimony. If you didn't apply and you'd like to give testimony to council, submit that testimony in writing at portlandoregon.gov/CBO. When you're testifying, please state your name for the record, but your address is not necessary. Declare if you are a lobbyist. If you're representing an organization, then please identify it. You will have 2 minutes exactly to testify. You'll be timed by staff, and then when your time's over, you'll be given a verbal warning and then muted within 2 minutes have passed to allow for as much participation as possible. Disruptive conduct such as shouting or refusing to conclude your testimony when your time is up or interrupting others' testimony will not be allowed. So if there are disruptions, a warning will be given that any further disruption may result in the person being muted or even ejected for the remainder of the electronic meeting. Just please be aware that all City Council meetings are recorded. So thank you really for helping your fellow Portlanders feel welcome, comfortable, respected, as well as safe. So again, our purpose tonight is really to hear from testimony so that members of the public can give their testimony to our decision makers and really inform this budget as well as future budgets. I'd like to open us up to some testimony and opening remarks from our council members. So I'll go in the order of our current voting, starting with Commissioner Ryan.
Thank you, Jen. Good evening, everyone. I'm really honored to be here and join in this session. It's about listening to you, the fellow Portlanders, for this community listening session. As you all know, we're in a historic transition. The mayor gave us all new assignments in January. The bureaus and clusters are really, the way they're put together are uniquely interconnected, which is great. I'm the Commissioner of Culture and Livability, which represents entities like parks and arts and civic life and equity and human rights. You know, those services that really inspire us as Portlanders to really desire to live and work and play here. And it's really important that we continue to take care of all these assets. So I'll be listening tonight, keeping also the top priorities of the city in mind: homelessness, community safety, and economic development. Those will always be top of mind for me. It's really important that we make pragmatic and methodical decisions at this time to move our city out of a crisis and to better days. I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you. Thanks.
Thank you. Next, we'll hear from Commissioner Gonzalez.
Hi, all. I want to thank you very much for your participation in this key process. By way of background, I am the Commissioner of Public Safety. I oversee the first responders outside of police, which include fire, our 911 and dispatchers at BOAC, and Portland Bureau of Emergency Management, which plans for the big one and other significant events. This is a central part of our process. Look forward to your comments. And with that, I'll turn it over to my colleagues.
Thank you. Hi, folks. My name is Mengus Maps. I'm one of your commissioners on Portland City Council. I am the commissioner in charge of your public works bureaus, which includes things like the Water Bureau, the Bureau of Environmental Services, and PBOT. I want to thank everyone who signed up to testify this evening. I look forward to hearing what you hope to see in next year's budget, and I'm committed to working with my colleagues on this council to craft a budget which reflects Portland values and moves our city forward. And with that, I will hand the floor over to my colleague, Commissioner Rubio.
Thank you, Commissioner. Hi, everyone. My name is Carmen Rubio. I'm the Commissioner for Community and Economic Development, and this includes planning and sustainability, housing development, development services, including permitting, and also Prosper Portland. And I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and for engaging with us on our budget priorities, and also to share what's important to you. As your city council, it's our job, first and foremost, to listen and learn, and also center what's important to our communities and neighbors in our decision making. And at the end of the day, we all need a budget that reflects these values and priorities that we all collectively hold. My colleagues and I are very focused on the housing crisis and homelessness being of the utmost urgency. And Portlanders have also said as much very clearly to us. As well, over the last year, we've also heard a desire to see actions to support safe and strong communities, and also the reinvigoration of our tourism and hospitality industries, and that small businesses are supported to get back on their feet in order to thrive, so that we can once again build back our economy stronger than ever. And this is why we're all here tonight, because we all want all of our actions that we take to move us concretely forward to ensure that we're tackling all these challenges together. So we're eager to hear from you to make sure that we're focusing on the right things and sequencing our priorities in a way that makes sense for everybody. So thanks again for coming out tonight.
Great, thank you so much. Mayor Wheeler, just want to check back. I know you've got to open us up, but before we move on.
No, I've said enough. Let's get to the rest of the show. People have heard my comments during the introduction.
Terrific, thank you. Well, then I'll hand it over to Budget Director Grew, who's going to walk us through Budget 101.
Director, I think you might be on mute if you're talking.
Thank you, sir. Good evening again, Mr. Mayor, commissioners, and participants. Again, my name is Tim Grew. I'm the city's budget director. For those of you participating tonight, I want to provide a very brief, high-level overview of the city's budget to help inform you and assist you in your engagement tonight and in the future. Slide, please. First of all, the city is not the only entity providing important public services to Portlanders. And we partner with other local and regional governments to provide comprehensive services to our communities. The county, which for Portland includes Multnomah, Washington, and even Clark County, provide human services, public health services, libraries, the district attorney's office, management of jails, parole, and probation systems, and other services. TriMet provides buses, light rail, commuter rail services for the greater Portland area. And Metro plans for the future of the Portland region and provides parks, public venues, and services that cross the city and county. Additionally, we have public school systems, which are important jurisdictional partners. Together, all of these groups provide the services that you receive. Next, please. So what services does the city provide? The city's Bureau of Transportation manages traffic, infrastructure, parking, the streetcar, and locally owned roads. Public utilities include Bureau of Environmental Services and water. Public safety includes police, fire, 911 call taking, and emergency management services. Parks and Recreation, which is a single bureau, also has several functions and services including city parks, golf, community centers, swimming pools, and the Portland International Raceway. Community development includes the Bureau of Development Services, Planning and Sustainability, Office of Community and Civic Life, Housing, as well as expanding levels of services pertaining to homeless services. Finally, the city support services include all of those back office functions that support frontline service provision. Next, please. This chart tells you where we are in the budget process, and the green box indicates that we are at the beginning of the process of developing the mayor's proposed budget. So this listening session is important and timely as it provides you with an opportunity to inform the mayor and the council members on the services and issues that are most important to you as they formulate the budget. The mayor's proposed budget will be published on May 4th, followed by council deliberations and the approval of the budget. Next, please. This chart shows the city's total 6.8 billion budget is divided amongst those service areas for the current fiscal year. Budget includes both operating dollars for day-to-day functions and activities of the city, as well as dollars to support multi-year needs such as capital infrastructure improvements. The largest service area is our public utilities, noted in black here, followed by administration and support. This is because these functions are large multi-year capital and debt finance plans, so the total budget figures incorporate much more than the annual operating budgets. Next, please. This chart shows the financial resources that support the provision of city services and capital improvements. Beginning fund balance includes the carryover of funds from the prior year, as well as reserves and the contingencies of the city. Other key revenues include service charges and fees, like water and sewer charges, intergovernmental grants, licenses and permits, as well as business license permits. Next slide, please. Budget conversations and decisions often focus on what we call general fund discretionary resources. Those are resources that can be allocated by the council with few restrictions. However, of the total city budget, only 10% is comprised of discretionary resources. It's important to remember that. As we talk about general fund discretionary allocations, we are only talking about a relatively small piece of the city's overall budget. The dedicated resources generally include use of grants, capital projects that are supported by bonds and other debt issuance, and dedicated tax levies, such as the children's levy and the parks levy. Next. The city's current adopted budget for general fund discretionary is $711 million. And this chart shows how these resources are allocated among the city service areas. The majority of general fund discretionary dollars are used to support public safety services, including police, fire, rescue, 911 call taking. The police bureau is the largest allocation, followed by fire and rescue. Additionally, the city spends a notable portion of discretionary resources on parks and recreation and community development services, such as homeless services and planning services. Next, please. At the beginning of the budget process, the city economist forecasts on behalf of the council the available general fund discretionary resources over a 5-year horizon. The December 2022 forecast showed growth of revenues exceeding forecast expenses of 6.5 million, based on information available at the time. This means that the city began the budget process with only 6.5 million to allocate to new programs. The city has had 2.5 years of unprecedented growth in one-time resources due to increases above prior forecasts for business license taxes and increases from the Federation American Rescue Plan Act. But the forthcoming 23-24 forecast is projected that there will be no added one-time resources available. The ongoing and one-time resources may change when the city updates its forecast in April. I hope this presentation gave you some understanding in a summation way of the city services and budget processes. For more information on the city budget, I encourage you to visit the city's budget office website at www.portlandoregon.gov/CBO. This is where you will find the budget documents, which will include the mayor's proposed budget once it is issued in May. Next slide. And as you have heard, you will have an opportunity again, or others will have an opportunity again, to have a listening session on Saturday, April 15th. Additionally, you may submit testimony at any time by visiting the Budget Office website via Portland Maps website as listed on the slide above. Or you may email your comment to budgetcomment@portlandoregon.gov. This concludes my presentation, and thank you for your time.
Great. Thank you so much, Director Groove, for that foundational information. So the next part of our evening, we're going to hear from invited testimony. So council offices connected with some community members to ensure that we're really hearing from a diversity of voices during this part of the listening session. So our first testimony this evening is dedicated to this kind of invited testimony, which will then be followed by open testimony from the public. For everyone who is providing testimony, there will just be 2 minutes for testimony. So there'll be a timekeeper who will time the testimony. And when our timekeeper says time at 2 minutes, please just go ahead and conclude your comments. You'll also be given another warning at 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and then 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and then at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, we'll just go ahead and mute you so that we can move on to our next presenter. If you're joining by phone and you need to unmute yourself, you can push *6 to mute or unmute. And I'm going to hand it over to my colleague, Jeremy Koshi, who's going to be reading off our names for our invited testimony. Jeremiah?
Thanks, Jen. So first we'll hear from Kit Hawkins.
Thank you very much for this opportunity to be invited to speak. First, I want to salute the City Council for its unanimous resolution in the spring of 2022 directing the Office of Management and Finance to take all steps necessary to fully restore and return the Thompson Elk Fountain to its original condition. Along with other members of the Concerned Citizens Group, my husband, Bill Hawkins, and I have been unflagging advocates for moving the process forward. Among our efforts was gifting the city with models of the Thompson Elk Fountain based on Bill's drawings when the artwork was dismantled. To provide financial impetus to next steps, we have promised the Portland Parks Foundation $25,000 to be able to add to the fund for construction documents once the city is ready to provide reconstruction monies. Those monies of ours are added to by many others as well. Thanks to so many dedicated staffers at Portland Parks and Recreation and the Water Bureau, the groundwork has been laid for ending the Thompson Elk Fountain's nearly 3-year absence from downtown. What is needed now is the allocation of funds to restore this memorable piece of public artwork and to return it to the spot between Lonsdale and Chapman Squares that it occupied for 120 years. Your investment now will allow the Thompson Elk Fountain to resume its traditional role as a civic hub, instead of serving as its absence now does, as a symbol of our city's woes. I'm here to urge you to honor your resolve with funding action of $1.5 million in the 2023-24 budget. Such a move would signal the council's determination to reinvigorate the city in a tangible, visible, and inspiring way, namely by seeing to it that the Thompson Elk Fountain can once again stand sentinel over Portland. Its presence will help to re-inspire business investment and reassure residents that you are committed to reviving the kind of vitality we know is possible in the civic heart of our city. Bill and I and the Concerned Citizens Group ask you to do what is now necessary to bring the Thompson Elk Fountain home. Thank you.
Thank you, Kit. Next, we'll hear from Amy Spreadborough.
Hello, I'm Amy Spreadborough. I'm here representing Northwest Portland. I am Vice Chair of the Northwest District Parking Stakeholders Advisory Committee, and I'm also on the board of the Northwest Business Association. And I'm here today to ask for your help with a citywide issue that's impacting our community in Northwest Portland and our ability as volunteers to perform our charge in the district. The Northwest Parking SAC is charged with advising PBOT on transportation and parking issues, efficiently managing on-street parking supply, and reducing reliance on single occupancy cars. Since the pandemic, our district has experienced dwindling parking enforcement, and patrons of businesses and residents have taken notice. What this means, unfortunately, is that we have a bunch of people taking advantage of the lack of parking enforcement to park far longer than their time stays allow. We do an annual audit of parking supply. Violations in 15, 30, and 2-hour stalls are up significantly in 2022. The report we received this winter showed that an average stay in 2 and 4 hour parking meters was upwards of 7.5 hours among some portions of the user groups. So we're asking if we can get a reinstatement of appropriate parking enforcement in Northwest Portland. You know, we understand due to staff shortages, other priorities in recent years, parking enforcement time and attention have been focused elsewhere. But we have a really constrained parking supply. That parking turnover is really important particularly for the small businesses of Northwest Portland. Those short-term parking stalls, we need them to turn over so that we can bring more visitors into the district. It's one of the most important levers of managing parking supply. And also, lastly, it's a service that I believe we're already paying for through parking meter revenues. And so we're simply asking that it be prioritized again. Thank you.
Amy, if I could comment on that's not an issue I'm completely familiar with, but it sounds important. So I'll communicate with Commissioner Mapps on that. We'll have a conversation about that before the proposed comes out.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Next, we'll hear from Kimberly Dixon.
I am here for some reason. There we go. Greetings, Mayor Wheeler and commissioners. Citizens in Portland have experienced unprecedented difficulties and trauma over the past 3 years, from system overload breakdowns to the unchained violence. I believe we all want better, and that collective thought and action is moving us in that direction. I see the small grants program from the Office of Community and Civic Life as a means to assist our citizens to thrive, be safer, and have access to create and cultivate what is meaningful to and for them and the area of our city they live in, with the outcome inclusive of solid government and citizen engagement. The Small Grants Program can be a seed to something great getting started in our neighborhoods, and those grants can also be a bridge to allow a program to advance or increase its vital footprint. The Small Grants Program is an opportunity for the city to invest resources into community so that these same communities can invest back into themselves, creating safe and thriving neighborhoods who have tools to increase their sustainability, and that is something to be excited about. The 7 reports you've read have outlined many examples of connections, new and those sustained, increased access to technology supports, and programs that impact social and economic stability for some of our most vulnerable. Investment is the catalyst to our collective of associations, external partners, and culturally specific organizations to improve the engagement, livability, and community safety we are all wanting. My hope is that you, City Council, will see the present and future value and the return on investment embedded within each report to stimulate your consideration for a future and more robust investment in this program. Your help is appreciated.
Thank you. And next, we'll hear from Paul Andrews.
Good evening, everyone. Mayor Wheeler, commissioners, thank you for having me, and thank you for your leadership in some wild and crazy times. I am here today to talk about the importance of council and the city's continued focus on both in energy and resources on the downtown public spaces is an important part of our city's economic recovery and the possible way forward. I think I am the current chair of Pioneer Courthouse Square, a 40-year-old organization that was a public-private partnership and continues to do that. But in the whole, the square is just a representation in some ways of a platform for the community to come together, and a vibrant place that needs to be also a safe place. And it doesn't, it's not a great one when it isn't activated, and it takes resources and people to do it. 300 events pre-pandemic that were done in the square took 7 full-time staff members. And I think we're all under the impression that we want to do more and can continue to do more. But we really, really appreciate the city's continued dedication to resources for those downtown public spaces. It's pretty obvious when you look at Go O'Brien to the fountain sequence, which are the squares and public spaces that are in the South Auditorium District, all the way to Pioneer Square is a good spectrum to show you what you get with activation and safety, and sometimes without those kind of resources. And I would just say that it's an investment worth making, and I really appreciate you taking the time to do so, and thinking about the square and also the other downtown public spaces that could be a partner and help lead us through and a solution, I think, for our future recovery. Thank you. I really appreciate your time.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Paul. So that actually concludes our invited testimony. And at this time, we're going to move to our open public testimony. So we do have a lot of folks signed up tonight, and we want to make sure that we are able to cover all of our testimony from folks who signed up. So I just want to remind everyone that it'd be great if we could just go ahead and stop when you hear that ding from the timekeeper. And also, I just want to remind folks that we want to make sure that we're following our rules of conduct for respectful communication tonight. So if you are in violation of those rules, I'll just give you a quick reminder that you'll be muted. And then if that behavior continues, then we'll have to remove you from this meeting. So we definitely want to make sure that we have time for everyone who signed up to be able to testimony. So again, our staff will time testimony. You'll hear that ding at 2 minutes. You'll also hear a verbal reminder at 2 minutes and 10 seconds, again at 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and mute. And so with that, let me hand it back to, well, I see Mayor Wheeler, you're unmuting, sure.
Yeah, can I just ask, just so I have some sense, how many people do we have signed up?
I think we have 13, is that right, Josie?
Okay, great.
Yes, Mayor Wheeler, we have 13 that did register and signed up to give testimony tonight. However, in the meeting only there's 5 that joined. So
okay. Well, why don't we do this? Let's give them 3 minutes. 2 minutes is what the legislature provides, and I've had to comport with 2 minutes, and I'll be honest, it's hard to, I can't even say my name in 2 minutes. So let's go ahead and set the timer for 3.
Of course.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Mayor Wheeler, for allowing us a little more space to hear from everyone who's present at the meeting. I really appreciate that. So let me hand it back to Jeremiah, and then we'll read out our names and lists of 3 and have folks unmute and be able to provide testimony.
Thank you, Jen. So the first 3 that we have this evening would be Mary Rubel, Brandy Gregg, and Melissa Nato. We'll start with Mary Rubel.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for your patience. I'm Mary Rubel. I'm with the Portland Parks Foundation, and I am testifying on behalf of the foundation to request that City Council consider the $100,000 donation for general operations that you have made for the past 6 years to the Portland Parks Foundation. During those 6 years, we've received your money. We have averaged a 15.1% return on investment in cash raised for programs and projects for our city's parks. This money comprises 1/6 of our overall operations budget. The funding leverages pro bono work and countless volunteer hours. And as you know, the foundation has been a great partner with Portland Parks and Recreation. We raised $50,000 in cash and $80,000 in pro bono support recently for the experts that we brought in to look at reimagining O'Brien Square. That's a very important program, similar to what was being discussed earlier in terms of reactivating downtown. We need to clean up the parks downtown. We need to make sure that downtown is safe and that it's a place people want to visit. In addition, we have raised $70,000 for the feasibility study for the restoration and return of the Thompson Elk Fountain. And we've devoted over $20,000 in staff time and countless volunteer hours to bring that civic icon back. We developed the first BIPOC-led downtown festival, Paseo, and we brought more than 100 BIPOC performers and vendors and 4,000 people to the South Park blocks last summer. These are examples of our strong commitment to revitalizing and ailing downtown, but it's not the only thing that we're doing. We've also done quite a bit with other public-private partnerships, for instance, installing a new playground for the Rose City Park that serves 2,000 young people, over half of whom are in school lunch programs and nearly half of whom are BIPOC. When we receive the money from the city of Portland, we use that money to really add value to the work that we're doing. The city's small contributions to our efforts is essential to our ability to be an effective and agile partner to our wider park system, and especially right now to our downtown. So we encourage you to please consider giving the $100,000 that you've done in the past to the Portland Parks Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Rubel. Next, we'll hear from Randy Gregg.
Good evening. My name is Randy Gregg. I'm the Executive Director of the Portland Parks Foundation. You've kind of got the lineup here, the foundation lineup. On behalf of the foundation, I'd like to request that you consider one-time funds for two projects that we've spent many months, in one case, many years working on: the Thompson Elk Fountain and O'Brien Square. Working with the Water Bureau, OMF, and 3 commissioners' chiefs of staff, we've crafted a proposed public-private partnership. The foundation will commission 100% design and engineering contract drawings for the rehabilitation and return of the elk to Southwest Maine, if the City Council authorizes the necessary $1.5 million for construction. With this deal, we'll save taxpayers about $200,000 in those design fees, and will expedite the elk's return by as much as a year. So we already have pledges for 2/3 of the funds for our side of the deal from, among others, Tim and Mary Boyle, John Russell, and as you heard earlier, Bill Hawkins. And we anticipate wide, quick support for this beloved icon from many communities when we launch a crowdfunding appeal upon your affirmative vote in June. On O'Brien Square, the foundation convened a community vision process in March, in which over 700 people participated from across the spectrum: residents, retailers, social service staff and clients, property owners, and over 30 arts organizations. With input from 5 nationally renowned public space experts and a dozen local design teams, we produced a series of scenarios for O'Brien, both for its long-term redesign, but also for its instant activation when the demolition is completed. The community's message was clear. The future O'Brien needs to be a safe, welcoming place for everybody, for all Portlanders, and its activation and programming should be community-led. Demolition could be completed by as early as this fall, and we'll need safety measures and programming in place. And for this, we're going to need some money. A coalition of operators and advocates downtown's public plazas will be approaching you soon with a more specific proposal. The Thompson Elk, finally, the Thompson Elk Fountain and O'Brien Square are critical to the morale and cultural and economic health of downtown. And we, the Portland Parks Foundation, we're really proud to be helping you realize this fast success for both. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Randy. And next, Melissa.
Hi, my name is Melissa Nato, and I too am a board member of the Portland Parks Foundation. I don't want to repeat what's already been said. I know we have a lot of people to speak, so thank you, Mayor Wheeler and the commissioners. Nice to see you. Commissioner Rubio has been a champion of ours, and our new commissioner, Dan Ryan. I would just like to say that we've worked really hard to do projects that add value and benefit to the citizens of Portland. And we've been able to do that with this funding from the city. I chair the development committee, and part of our work is to go, raise money from private people to do public projects. And we're able to do that for projects, but it's really tough to raise money for operating expenses. It's not very sexy. It's not very exciting. So we really rely on that 100,000 from the city. And I think the other speakers have told you some of the projects that we've been working on, and one of the other areas that we've been trying to spend some time on and working with the Parks Bureau is rehabbing parks that have old or unusable equipment. So that's another initiative that we're working on across the city. So we're really touching a lot of areas right now. We feel like everybody else that we need to do things for downtown. So until we get downtown in order, it's really hard to look and fundraise elsewhere. But we're here to support you. We appreciate your efforts on behalf of Parks and Open Spaces in Portland, and we are your partner. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Our next two public testimonies for this evening would be by Megan Robinson and Corinne Fretchen. We'll first hear from Megan Robinson.
Megan, I can see you're unmuted. Are you able to hear us?
Yes. Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you, City Commissioners and Mr. Mayor. My name is Meg Robinson, and I'm a member of the Police Bureau-wide Advisory Committee, but more importantly, I'm the most boring person I know and have therefore been listening in on every budget work session so far. So my first comment is in response to Commissioner Mapps when he asked about a study on the effectiveness of the inclusionary housing policy following a presentation by the Housing Bureau. And I'm not sure I quite understood the response given, but I believe that there is a strategy you could take to draw conclusions yourself if you wanted to give your math savvy staff members a project. And that would be to compare over time the area median income to the average market rate apartment determined by HUD over time. I think that's a really clear way to determine a valuable key performance indicator. And then my second comment is in references I heard in those sessions, I think, and also in various public comments members of council have made about Medicaid being used for substance use disorders and most recently housing. And just because of the context in which I've heard those comments, I just wanted to make sure that everyone who's expressing hope about that prospect and planning on relying on those funds as a lifeline recognizes that they are part of a demonstration waiver, which is a really specific type of Medicaid waiver. And it's possible that that waiver would be terminated in 2026 if sufficient progress is not made in achieving the goals outlined by the approved study designed. And as far as council transition plan is concerned, I just wanted to make sure that the council has considered that that very large fiscal cliff you could be setting your successors up for. And if you had any kind of contingency plan in place, if that were to happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. And finally, for public testimony this evening, we'll hear from Corinne Fretchen.
Good evening. I'm Corinne Frechette, and I'm a Northwest resident, and I would like to address a couple issues in Portland I've witnessed. I would like to emphasize the importance of neighborhood associations and the fact that they are a crucial link between the community and the city council. We really appreciate the attention and the funding you can bring to them, as they are crucial to us. Our community is under duress in regards to safety and livability, and we're asking for visible response to this crisis. Many community members would like to emphasize the need for community policing on our streets with an emphasis on foot and bike patrol, as it is done in some districts. In regards to the houseless crisis, we need to see a much greater effort to send outreach workers to encounter our houseless neighbors and help them with their needs in the camps. We need the message conveyed to JOS that the need is great, but if tended to, could alleviate a lot of misery. We need more people doing more direct outreach. We would like to press the urgency of opening detox centers, such as the Beacon, with 24-hour service every day of the year for people that are uninsured, as well as OHP and commercial insurance. I thank you.
Excellent, thank you. So that actually concludes our public testimony for the evening. And at this portion of our agenda, I want to hand it back to our city council members and mayor for some closing remarks and some reflection on what we have heard tonight. So we'll start off with remarks from Commissioner Ryan.
Hey, Jen. It's always fun to go first after you're listening to these great comments. First of all, thank you all for showing up. You really got to the heart of the matter. Speaking of the heart, I heard some themes about downtown activation, downtown investments, and that gets right to the heart of the soul of our city, because if we don't invest in, for example, the downtown plazas and squares, it's really difficult to see that our heart's going to be pumping out to all the parts of the city. You know, that's where the soul is in our neighborhood parks, our neighborhoods in general. And so it's just really affirming to hear a lot of the themes talk about the connectivity between, say, downtown investments for arts, for art squares and our parks, and then tying that into the small grants out in our neighborhoods, where you see the neighborhood associations working with community organizations, seeing what success looks like and building that capacity. So I think that all of us know that our city's been through some really tough times, and we really want to move forward and experience more joy, more celebration. And you really speak to that. We all live in a city that when people visit and we go downtown, they actually experience that activation and that joy when they're in our parks and our squares. And it's those microeconomies, starting with those squares downtown all the way out into our neighborhoods, that really makes us live in the city that we're proud of, and one that we want to continue to invest in. So I just want to make the connection between the investments in the downtown squares and parks, and how that really does line up with our key priorities of economic development, getting into livability, community safety, obviously. And I also think it's a really smart way to have activation in general for our economy. So there were a lot of themes that covered, and you kept building upon that with one another. And I thank you, and I look forward to continuing to engage with all of you as we move forward and have a map. A budget is a map on where we're going. And I think tonight I felt a lot of alignment with what I heard. So I really appreciate all of you showing up tonight. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Next, we'll hear from Commissioner Gonzalez.
Again, I want to thank so many for participating tonight. I want to comment on two general areas with respect to the unsheltered and homeless, complex, diverse problem with varying segments and various government responses, including the county, the city, states, metro, lesser extent federal government. And as we think through budget priorities for the city of Portland, I just want to acknowledge that reality that there are various support networks in our region responsible for this. I think the city has had and will continue to have a significant role, but there are also many components identified that we need to look to our government partners for help on, including Beacon and CERMET outreach. The other area, and I think Commissioner Ryan summarized well, revitalizing our neighborhoods, our downtown, and protecting and restoring our parks are so central to revitalizing our city and emerging from the pandemic and the challenges of the last few years. So I just want to acknowledge your great comments tonight. You've been heard, and let's look forward to building the best budget we can in a difficult fiscal year. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. Next, we'll hear from Commissioner Mapps.
Thank you. Let me start out by expressing my appreciation for everyone who testified today. I also want to thank staff for their overview of the budget. Here's what I heard tonight. An awful lot of support for our parks. I should share your commitment to parks. Obviously, Portlanders are deeply concerned about getting the elk back and bringing O'Brien Square back to life. These are priorities for me too. And I pledge to work with the mayor, my colleagues on council, and the public to make sure that we can follow through on those promises in this next budget. I also want to express my appreciation for Paul for reminding us how important it is to keep our downtown safe spaces safe. That includes everything from livability to litter pickup to helping the houseless to public safety. These are top priorities, I know, for everyone on council, and I look forward to helping the mayor shape a budget that achieves those goals. As an old civic lifer myself, it was great to hear some shout outs and support for the important work being done by our neighborhood associations and the small grants program over at the Office of Civic Life. I really want to applaud Commissioner Ryan for his work in that space. And I pledge to work with Commissioner Ryan to reinvent the Office of Civic Life for the 21st century. Also very much appreciate Megan's reflections on our budget process. She sounds like our greatest fan, having listened to all of our budget hearings so far. I appreciate her thoughts on inclusionary housing and strategies we can use to fund various houseless programs as we move forward. The outside perspective and fresh perspective, I think, is healthy and has made me smarter. So thank you, Megan. And finally, let me start where we began. I want to express my appreciation to Amy for pointing out the importance of parking enforcement here in the city of Portland. As your commissioner in charge of PBOT, I hear you loud and clear. Now there is this tension in the city now, especially with our limited resources. To what degree do we have parking enforcement involved in livability issues versus to what degree do we have parking enforcement involved in trying to make sure that people are actually circulating and keeping these parking spots open. I will take responsibility for the current state of things. Given we're limited resources, we have been leaning into livability issues. I recognize that has some economic consequences, especially for small businesses. One of the things I'll be doing over the next several weeks and months is working with the Bureau and the mayor and my colleagues on council to find a way that we can do both parking enforcement and promote livability here in the city. And with that, I will hand the floor back to staff.
Wonderful, thank you. And I will actually kick it over to Commissioner Rubio.
Thank you. And thanks again to everyone who testified tonight. Everything that I heard was very resonant with the priorities and concerns that we have as well. And your comments really helped to further shape this budget and our work over the next couple of years. I want to say again, themes that I've heard tonight, similar to my colleagues, definitely the need for activation in our public spaces like O'Brien Park and the square, and continuing to lift up the need for a vital and thriving downtown. Also the need to continue vital partnerships with organizations like the Parks Foundation that does really great work for the community, and the support to continue its current project and keep them on track. Our issues of livability, community building, and ensuring that those things stay focused and at the center of what we do. And also continuing our work to strengthen our safety system and making progress jointly with our jurisdictional partners on at the county and state on homelessness. These are all critical things that will ensure that we get our city back on track and active and vital centers again. And these issues and what we do next will remain at the top of our minds and behind all of our actions that we take right now to ensure that we're addressing them urgently and in the moment. So just want to say again, thank you to everyone for taking the time to give voice to these concerns, because you're representing a lot of folks in the community right now. So thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, commissioners. Next, I'll hand it over to Mayor Wheeler.
Yeah, good. Thanks. I want to add my accolades to my colleagues. Thank you, everybody who participated tonight. We always appreciate it. Some I know of Some I know well, others I've not heard before, so I truly appreciate that. My priorities in the proposed budget are going to be public safety, homelessness, livability, and economic recovery. And that last category is a little bit broad because it gets to civic pride, some of the issues that people testified around, for example, the Thompson Elk statue. While that may not seem like a critical homelessness, livability, public safety, or economic development issue, it obviously symbolically has a great deal of importance for the people of this city and speaks volumes to recovery from some of the trauma that the city's experienced previously. So I felt like the testimony we heard tonight was center of target. I know my colleagues share that perspective, and I look forward to continuing this conversation, not only with our third budget session, but also as the council receives and then begins deliberation on the proposed budget. Just thanks everybody for being here, for our tremendous staff, Tim et al. Jen, as always, you do a great job of facilitating and keeping us all on point. Thank you. Time well spent. I really appreciate it.
Excellent. Thank you, Mayor Wheeler. I just want to conclude by giving you a reminder that we do have some further opportunities for public input. Our next opportunity will be this Saturday, April 15th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And that will be our community budget listing session number 3. After that, on Thursday, May 11th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., you'll have the mayor's proposed budget hearing. And then finally, on Wednesday, May 17th from 2 to 5 p.m., you'll have the approved budget hearing. And again, at any time, please go to portlandoregon.gov/CBO to add any written testimony, as well as you can email to budgetcomment@portlandoregon.gov. And all of that testimony gets forwarded to council offices and gets considered in this cycle. So let me hand it back to Mayor Wheeler to adjourn us for this evening.
Yeah, thanks everybody. And again, you don't have to show up for one of those hearings. As Jen indicated, you can send us emails. We all get the emails and we will read them. So that's also a viable option. Anyway, thanks everybody who testified. Thanks to our staff. Thanks colleagues for your continued engagement and the hard work you put in every day. We are adjourned.
Recording stopped.